Yes, sir.
All right. So this is where we were last time. We extracted all the provider names. We use VLOOKUP to identify or get the provider ID. In the same way, we can get the state, but we wanted the full name. So ideally, we can do a VLOOKUP on the state name also. Using SUMIF, we got the total discharges as well as the total covered charges. For the total discharges, we used conditional formatting and we got specific colors. All right, we got these colors. For the sum of average covered charges, we did custom formatting from a number formatting perspective so that we get the millions. This is what we tried last time. Okay. Now let's go back and look at what's remaining in the report. So you notice there is a subtotal over here. There is a subtotal at the bottom which we need to add. Okay. So how do I add the subtotal? How do I add this total? If you look at it, this number over here is the sum of all these values. So how should we add the sum?
We can use the sum function.
Yes, you can directly use the sum function. So to apply the sum, right? So what we do is we write equal to sum and select the range. Okay. But the best option is, I mean, this is one way. Obviously, this is the correct way. But there is a shortcut for this. If I just press Alt and equal to, I will get the sum. You're going to select the range till the top wherever there is no blank space. Till that point, it's going to select this range. Understood? Press Alt and equal to. So instead of this, I press Alt and equal to, I'm going to get the sum. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
In the same way, I can get this sum for the next column. Press Alt and equal to, I will get that value. So this was the ask in terms of the subtotal. And here the values are supposed to be center aligned. So to center align it, I just select the range. And in alignment over here at home, in the home ribbon, I just center align it. Okay. Did you guys get both of this? Were you able to get the value?
Yes, sir.
All right. In the report, is there anything else which is remaining?
The borders to the tabular column.
And the
Yes.
total discharges decimal is also there.
Decimal is coming, no?
No, no, the total discharges. Yeah.
Yeah, all right, yes. For the discharges, the decimal can be easily added. We just make it into number. So this formatting, the number will become as the decimal. Now we need to add borders. To add a border, let's say that if I select just this range, right? I've selected one cell. You see all the options of these borders. The best way to get the border, I just click on this border link, all fill, all borders. So it's going to fill all borders. If I have something like this, let's say I've selected a better range just to explain the concept. If I select this bottom border, only the bottom line is going to get drawn. If I select the top border, the top line gets drawn. If I select the left border, the left border will get drawn. And if I select now the right border, the right border is going to. But in the center, nothing has got drawn. So for that also, you see, there is no option over here. I'm going to remove the border. And if I click on this all borders, right, it's going to draw all the borders for each cell. But our ask is not having a border like this, but it's a double line border. In the report, it shows it's a double line border. So what I'm going to do, I'm selecting the entire range. You see this line style. I change the line style to this double line. Okay, I change the line style to the double line. And now I just click on this symbol of all borders. So what it does, it adds the double line border over here, which is required. Now the color over here is not black, it is a lightish gray. If you look at this, right, the color is lightish gray, but we have drawn a black border. So I can change the color of the border as well. And I select this range. I can select this line color as gray. And when I do this, the color becomes lightish gray. Got it? Should I repeat? You guys understood? Any issues? Anybody not able to get this?
We have to do it for the subtotal values as well, right?
Yes, we have to do it for subtotal values as well. So we can do it. So now if I click it, it'll automatically take that because it's already set in that sense. And the other option is you want this gray and you want this gray color, right? So and the background. So we need to add that gray color as well. Everybody got this? Anybody who did not get
Yes,
this?
sir.
Okay, cool. So on similar lines, right, I shared one assignment. As of now, it does not have, you probably just have to use two formulas. So you have data over here in this first tab, and you have calculate these values by speciality. And you want to find out the name and the last name and the first name. So I would suggest you try that, and next time we can look at uh, what values you get. All right. That was around the assignment. So let's get back to the next report that is there. So this was the first report, which is probably the biggest one uh, in this option. Now, this is the second ask. Okay, so you want to enter the DRG code, get the DRG description, count of hospitals, average charge amount, max charge amount, and minimum charge amount. Okay, and also current date and current time. This is the second assignment. So let's go over here to our file and let's add a second report. We'll keep it report 2. Add another sheet, report 2. I'll just rename this to report 1 so it's easier for us to understand that. And I'm going to copy the DRG. Okay, I can copy this entire thing. So let's understand what this is trying to say, what this report really means. Notice the DRG value. This is the column. This DRG value has two elements. It has a number that is 039 and then there is some description over here. So this number is standard. So 057, 064, these are all standard numbers which have been provided over here. What is the ask for this DRG? I want to find out the DRG description. Then I want to find out the unique hospitals which have this DRG code. So if I look at it, if I search for, I filter just 039. Right? Here I have all unique hospitals. I have 40 hospitals. So if I enter 039, I should get the number 40 over here. Okay. Description should come this. This is what the description should come. This count should come 40. Average charge amount. Okay, so the charge amount is over here. When I select this, the average is 22,322, 1.22.12. So here the number should come 22,322, 32,322. This is the number it should come. The max charge amount between this, whatever is the max amount, right? It should come. When I look at this, max is 34,338. That value should come. And the minimum charge amount is 12,591. Okay, this is the ask. And if I change this number 039, everything else should change accordingly. Okay, that is the ask in the report. So let's see how do we do this. So the first step, any thoughts? What should we do?
Sir, can we do VLOOKUP?
Okay. We can try that. Let's try that. Let's try VLOOKUP. This is a lookup value.
So should we change the columns, like separate the columns for the DRG definition, whatever is given? Like one column, the numbers, other column, the description.
Yes, that is correct. So here I tried to do a VLOOKUP. It did not give me anything. Okay, let's try. Let me just look at this. I will give it.
So what do you mean by 039?
039 is a number, is a code. So when I look at this, right, in my data, this 039 are different codes from 039 to 948. These are standard DRG codes. So if I search for any value, right, if I search for any value, this is what I'm getting. Okay, the DRG is a code in healthcare. Like you have diagnosis codes, those are ICD codes. Like in a similar way, you have something called as DRG, diagnosis related grouping.
Okay, thank you.
So the 039 is a number, basically. Okay. So like one of you said, we need to split this column. So first of all, what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this column, paste it in the end. Okay, in column M. I need the description as well as the, what do you say, number separately. Okay, this is what I want. Let's do this. So can you copy this column in the end, in the data sheet that you have, just copy the column to the end. Have you copied it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now there are multiple ways of doing this. Okay, the easiest way is to use over here something called as text to columns. Okay, under data ribbon, there is something called as text to columns over here. If you notice, it is called as text to columns. So I select this particular column and I click on text to columns. Here there are two options, delimited by and fixed width. If I go to delimited by, I click on next. I see multiple options in terms of delimiters. So delimiter is what separates my text. So I notice there is a dash over here, right? There is a dash over here. So I do not have that option over here. I have only comma, I have space. So if I do space instead of tab, I notice that everything else gets segregated. You know, I'll have a column like this for each and every field, which is not what I want. I click on other and I put this dash. When I do this, I will get two columns. Okay, I get two columns like this. But there is an issue in this. You notice for this, for certain values, if you notice this 246. Okay, this 246, you notice in this text, there is another dash. Do you see the second dash over here after drug? Here, there is another dash over here. Okay. And because of which I get another column over here. And in some cases, I get a, so I'm getting three values like this. Okay, I'm getting three columns because, so what is happening is my description is getting split further. So this is, though this is one option, but it might not give me the full, or rather it might not give me the complete description of that particular value. Okay, so this is, though it is an option, it might not work for us. So I'm going to go back to this text to columns and I see fixed width. Instead of delimited, I see fixed width. Okay, let's see if there is anything else over here. I see fixed width over here. So I'm going to use that fixed width. And I see these lines being shown over here. So this line indicates that is where I want my split to happen. So I don't want it this way. I'm going to, if I double click, right, the line will go away. I double click that line, it will go away. Now it is all empty. So what I know the DRG code is 3 characters and the remaining is all text. I can even add a line just before the text. Okay, just before the text is there. And I go and click next and I click finish. So now I get these three columns where I don't need this column, which is just the dash. Let's see if I have any other column. No. So I have my DRG number and I have the description in column O. Did you understand? Do you want me to repeat this?
Yes, sir.
So first step, select the column on which you want to apply text to columns. Okay, so I apply text to columns here. I go to fixed width. I click next. I first of all remove these lines wherever there is a split expected by double clicking that line. So it's written over here. To create a break line, click on the desired position. To delete a break line, double click on that line. To move a break line, click and drag. So here I can click and drag over here. Okay, I click next and I finish. So I get these two columns, DRG and the text.
Look.
Did you get it? Were you able to try this? Okay. Now let's look at the report. Okay. How is this? What is the value seen over here in this DRG? Is it 39 or is it 039? Is it a number or is it a text? What do you think it is? You understood the question? Is this a
So
number or
1
something?
minute, sir. So I'm getting
Yeah.
some kind of an error for this.
Yeah, can you show me?
Okay. Is it visible?
No, not yet. Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay, so like I got the columns separated, but when I go towards the end, it's showing there's an error over here.
Yeah, okay.
But some of them is all it's done correctly, but again there's an error. It's like random.
So can you first remove the filter that is there in your data? There is a filter in your data. Can you remove the filter?
Filter.
There is a filter somewhere in one of the columns. You notice the lines are the row numbers are as blue.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So what filter is it? I mean, how do I clear it?
Just click on group. No, the filter is on group. You notice on group, you see the filter symbol.
Okay.
Yeah. Go on the right. Copy this DRG column again, by the way. Copy the DRG column again.
Yeah.
Delete these two columns and copy the DRG column again. Now do what you did again. That row has not come actually. It is not split properly.
No sense. Take
No,
1
do
minute.
Control Z.
Why is
Control Z. The value has come. It is what is happening, right? You go to the click on any cell which has that name, that hashtag name dash. Right? Click on it. In the end, which you seeing an error, right?
okay? I'm putting it. Okay, I got my mistake. Fine.
You did not add a second line actually. So what it's doing is taking the dash as the beginning point and it's expecting a formula.
No, second line. No, 1 minute. Array. Actually, you're saying to put the second column, like segregate the dash also.
Yes. After the dash, put another column.
Okay, fine, yeah.
So what was happening, right, in the dash, because of dash, the value was coming, but it was expecting a formula over there. It was thinking that that dash is a minus sign and it was expecting a formula over there. The data was still there underlined.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so coming back to the question, over here in my report, what is it expecting? Is it expecting 39 or 03?
039.
Yes. So when we split the value, what did we get? Split the column, what did we get? 39. The 0 got suppressed. Okay. Did you, when we were trying to 065 is become 65. So if you notice this 065 has become 65. Look at, so for the values which are less than, this issue is primarily for just the beginning numbers, right? Less than 100, where the 0 has got suppressed. Either I keep it as is, and in my report which I have, instead of 039, I use 39. But that will not serve my purpose in terms of understanding what I'm doing. So let's go back and check if there is any way in which I can add or keep the zero value. So the shortcut for getting to text to columns is Alt, D, and E. Alt, D, and E. So I get the same pop-up. Instead of going to data and text to columns, the shortcut is Alt, D, E. Alt, D, E. I remove this. So let me explain what error was coming earlier. Right? If I had only this one dash, right? If I have only this one dash and I do it this way, finish. I just want to showcase what error one of you was getting. Oh, it just got stuck. Yeah, so you notice here also I'm getting that same error. So why? Because the value is still there, but because there is a dash in the beginning, right? Excel is expecting that this is a formula. This dash, because of this dash, it is expecting a formula because this is a minus symbol. And it is not able to understand this formula because this is all text. That is why I am getting this error. Okay. I'm going to do Control Z or DE, fix with. And drag this on the right. So here you notice, right? I click next and I see an option over here. This screen lets you select each column and set the data format. So for this particular column, what should be the data format?
Should have 3 digits.
Right, but what is the option over here? Do you see any option? What should it be? Out of these options, or should I go to advanced? What should I do? Should be text.
Advanced.
Should be text. You notice it should be text because then it should be able to keep that value, the zero in the beginning. If I keep it as text, it will not remove or lose any importance. In the same way, I can select each and every column that I want to and set that as text. Okay, makes sense? Understood what I did? I can select one particular column and set it to general text or anything like this. And click finish. Now I get 039 over here. I'll delete this center column because I don't need it. DRG and description. Make sense what I did? Understood, guys? Were you able to try this?
Yes, sir.
All right. By the way, if you can type in your name in the chat, that'll be great. I'll mark your attendance accordingly.
So, but how does it affect the data, changing it to text?
I will be able to look up the value 039 now. Here, right? If earlier I would have to change this data in this. The requirement was I need to enter 039, not 39. So now I can actually look up using 039. So now if I look at this, right? Now if I check this, so we look up on this.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that part I understood. But how did it come as like a three-digit number? Why didn't that appear like for the general when we put the option general?
So because in general, right, if I have 039 over here, it'll take it as it'll convert it into a number instead of text. So this text, right, keeps my value as 039 in the beginning like this. If I type 39 or if I type 039, right, the 0 goes away. So you notice over here, it is general. This is also general, but I have added a single quotes in the beginning, which is why it takes it as text. And you notice this value is left aligned, not right aligned. The number in Excel is going to be right aligned automatically. A text is going to be left aligned, which is why it takes this value when I make the column as text, it takes it as text.
We can also change the format, right, of the cell.
The format of the cell will not change the underlying value. The format is just showing you the representation. So if I change this format, right, I change the number format over here and I make it 000. That's what you're saying, right? But underlying, right, over here,
Yeah.
if you notice in the cell, in the formula bar at the top, the value is still showing as 39. It's not showing as 039. If I click over here, this value shows as 039. Make sense?
Okay, sir.
All right. So now I did a VLOOKUP on this value. Can you try the VLOOKUP on using 039? So if I do 246, 246 only, like that. Okay. I have to do. Now it comes. When I'm entering that value, I'll have to add a single quote in the beginning because that is what it recognizes as text.
Sir, can you please explain the VLOOKUP feature for this case again?
Yeah, sure. So I'm going to use the insert function. Select VLOOKUP. So what value do you want to look up? You want to look up 246. Okay. My table array, I go to the data tab, is going to be these two columns. I am going to look up the value of 246 in the, this is the first column, this is the second column. I want the second column value. So the column index number is going to be 2. So I am getting the description over here. When you look at it, I am getting a description over here. The range lookup can be true or false. So I can either not put anything, I can keep true and leave it. Okay, make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
Understood this? So let's try another way in which I can split that column. There is a second way in which I can split the data. Okay. So I'm going to again copy this value. Again copy this column over here. I'm going to try and use a formula. I am going to search for, there is a function called search in Excel. You notice over here, search, find the text, within text and the start number. If I again go to insert function, just to explain, okay, I'm going to search this. Find text. I want to find the text dash. In what? In this value. This text. Okay, it's giving me the position. The start number is 1. Okay, it's giving me the position of that particular field. Understood what I did? I am searching for this particular text, that is dash. Now, once I have found the position of dash, if you just count this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth position is my dash. I can evidently even find the first space if I want to. But let's just go with the dash. Let's go with the minus symbol. The next thing I'll do another function called as mid. It is a text function. So if I search for mid, I'm going to apply, the text is this. This is the text which I want to split in a way. The start position is 1. The end position number of characters is this. I don't want the last dash or the space before that. So I'm going to go to -2. So I get a 039 over here. Okay. The other way to do this is left. Say, return the number of characters from the start of the string. So if I do left text, number of characters is this 5 -2. I will get the same thing. So what I have done is I have used two formulas. Both give me the same output. Okay. First is a combination of these two. I have to search for the position of dash, the minus symbol. And I use the mid function to split the data. The other option now is, and again, we'll repeat this next time also because we have only 5 minutes. I'll explain this formula again next time. So here, the other option now, I have to get the position of this. I have to get this position in terms of the description. So again, I still have to use the mid function. But let's see if there is something which I can do. I'm going to use the mid function. The text is this. The start position should be 5. And what should be the length? I don't know the length, right? I don't know how many characters is there for each of those lines. So I need to know the length of this string. The length is, for each string it might be different. So I need this length. Now I can apply the mid function. So the text is this. Start position is 5. Number of characters is 40 minus this 5. Okay, and the starting position should be, my starting position, though I have kept it as 5, I'm getting the dash also. I don't want the dash. So if I do +2, I get it this way. So now let's say if I look at this side, I get my value which I want. I'm getting the description and this. In the same way, like left, I can use the right function. And it refers to the number of characters from the right. So if I do 40 minus 5, it will give me these values. It's giving me the position from here. It's giving me, it's counting 40 minus 5, 35 from here. Okay. So I'll repeat this next time, but I just wanted to give you an idea what is, how I can split using another way. I can split the data using another option like this. But obviously the easiest option is text to columns. Does it make sense? We used left function, we use search, we use mid, we use right. These are all text functions in Excel. By the way, do you guys in your formula, do you see something like XLOOKUP? Can you search? If it is the latest version of Excel, you should see XLOOKUP. You see this? If you have that, we'll look at it next time. Any questions, guys?
So,
Yes.
so the VLOOKUP that we used for this DRG code. Now
Yeah.
I'm having to put a single quote before any number before I
Yes.
type a code for it to
Yes.
work.
Because it is looking up a text value, not a number.
Yeah. So can I rectify that? Like not put a single value and just type the numerical value.
If you want to do it that way, then if I do 246, I will have to add a quote in the formula. Makes sense? I added a single quote in the formula. Okay, in this here, before D3, what I do, I will add so this is what I do. If I have single quote over here, it's not seen over here. Okay. If I want to merge it, let's say if I have A and B, and if I want to merge those two values, I just write an ampersand symbol, A and B. So it becomes like this. So in that same way, in this formula, I put two double quotes. Within that, I put a single quote. And then I do this ampersand symbol. So it adds a quote in the beginning of the number. Does that help? So here you can, so I
Okay.
put the double quote, I put a single quote in the formula itself. So the user does not have to put a single quote over here. The user can just enter 3 to that number. But 039 it will not take. Here it's taking 39. So let's see if that works. 39 is this. It's taking something else for 39. Because I put 039, it should take 039. It's not taking 039. Makes sense? There is still an issue if I just use that number.
Okay, sir.
Alright guys, any other questions? Okay, nothing else, then we will connect again next time. So if you have not mentioned your name in the chat, please do so. I'll mark your attendance. Alright? Thank you everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.